All right, the Huskers are in bowl season. Maybe attempt number two goes better. Remember, season one, we got blown out by BYU. This season, well, we don't really have as much momentum going in. Remember, we struggled down the stretch, but we did end the season with a win against Iowa. Maybe things will be better this time around. Picking up the action in the first quarter, 3rd and 10, Raiola. Sliding and stepping up in the pocket and finding Lloyd deep. That is a 71-yard TD reception. And guess what? Roughing the passer, so we can decline that. The Huskers up 7-0. Big broken tackle there. Look like maybe we might make it close to a 4th down. Maybe not. But Vandy takes advantage. Joseph McVay, 29-yard TD, 7-7. Dante getting going. He had a pretty big game in this one. We'll talk about him at the end. That run getting Nebraska down to 1st and goal. Got to give it back to the big man. 1-yard TD, 14-7 Huskers. Defense stepping up. Forced fumble. And Nebraska recovers the fumble. Like, this is something that doesn't really happen, at least not when it really could be impactful. And Dante, 13 yards out, touchdown number 2, 21-7 Nebraska. So Nebraska feeling good right now. Second quarter winding down. That's going to be a big one there. Ethan Carey catching it in the slot, and he will house that one. He did some work with 62 yards. It is now a 28-14 game. But as the half fully winds down, Dante, look at this, spinning, pushing, spinning his way into the end zone. It's his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Nebraska comfortably in front. You can see Beckman, big interception there, taking it all the way to the house, 60-plus yards. Nebraska pulling away, 35-14. Vandy trying to fight back. That's going to be Barrett Jr. making that catch, 3-yard TD reception, but Dante not to be denied. Another touchdown for him from 5 yards out, 42-21. And then the icing on the cake, forced fumble, and Brackens recovers, breaks the tackle, and takes it to the house for about 28 yards. So Nebraska goes up 49-21. They run away with this one. Speaking of running, your player of the game, Dante Dowdle, $162, 4 touchdowns. And the Huskers really dominate on the ground. 213 yards, 4 TDs, all Dante's. So they do what they had to do on the ground. Turnovers, none for the Huskers, 3 for Vandy. That alone made this a pretty easy win. Drew Dickey put up some yards, 359, 4 TDs, 1 interception. A costly pick at that, but a pick nonetheless. Young, solid game, 75 yards on 23 carries, but only 3.2. But enough, I guess. Carey, the only receiver to break 100 yards, but you have McVay with 2 TD receptions. Raiola, 170 yards, 1 TD, no picks. That's what we like to see. The ground game, you already saw what Dante did. A couple other guys chipping in, but it's all about Dante. $162 on the ground. In the passing game, Lloyd, only one to break 50 yards, hell, 30 yards. 3 catches for 95. Obviously, the big bomb was huge. Defensively, though, Huskers making enough plays. Beckman with the interception for a touchdown. Brackens, the defensive score on the fumble recovery. And then Lenhart, 3 sacks. So Nebraska feeling good. They end up winning this one 49-28, scoring in every quarter, loving the even quarters. And we get our first bowl win of the year. Happy about that. Still need to talk about the end of season 2, but at least for the Huskers, things have seemed to end on a good note.